Hey, sports fans, Hockey Night in Belmont here. Now that the Winter Olympics are officially in the books as of last Sunday, I'm gonna take a look at what happened. First of all, early ratings find Canadian viewers cooler to Beijing games in Pyeongchang. Personally, I took the stand of did not watch a single thing on TV or the internet. Did not watch any videos. I would go to TSN and I would just look. I would not actually click on any articles. I would just look at the headlines. And I noticed that with TSN it was really muted. Most of the articles were way down the list. Usually if the Olympics, it's right rare. First thing you hit in the morning or at night. You see a big Olympic page full of stuff. But this year it was like really muted, really low key. It's like TSN was trying to hide the fact that they were actually covering the Winter Olympics. CBC tried to say, oh, there was so many people watching, but really, no one was watching the Olympics. I made the conscientious choice not to watch it because of what China has done to Canada over the last 3-4 years, leading up to Covering and Spavor. So I took that choice. Not that I didn't think our Canadian athletes should have went to China in the first place. I thought we should have boycotted the games. The diplomatic boycott is like whoop-de-doo. Like Trudeau is not very well liked anyway. So what's going to happen? Trudeau put a diplomatic boycott of the Olympics for partially right reasons, but not for all the reasons. And I think a full boycott in a rival games would have been better. A bigger slap in the face. But hey, it's too late now. That being said, so like I said, I'm glad our athletes did well. I kept track of what happened, so I do know what went down. I just don't know how it went down. Maybe in 5 years I'll go back and watch it. So even NBC, they had the worst ratings in history for a Winter Olympics. But with backdrops like that, it's no wonder. Like when you're ski jumping and that's what you see. Communist-style tofu drag apartment complexes in the backdrop. That's not pleasant. You want to see mountains and greenery. When they conceptualized this, when they won the bid, they had all this cool stuff. But really, the reality is they couldn't deliver. And Beijing is definitely looking pretty bad. The Olympic Committee, as corrupt as it is, will probably not give Beijing another games unless there's a boatload of money coming in. Look at that steel jumping site. Who wants to see that when they jump? Maybe skateboarders do, but not snowboarders and skiers. They want to see mountains and beautiful scenery. They don't want to see this garbage. It's like something out of The Simpsons. So like I said, the only way I kept an eye on it was TSN looked at the headlines and through Wikipedia. Wikipedia was pretty up to date on things. I could go back and see what Canada did. I couldn't have cared less what other countries did. So you can go through the whole list of what Canadians did. There were some. I think this was a Canadian team in transition. Overall medals and athletes. Our curlers underperformed. We have the best curlers in the world, but for some reason this Olympic, all three teams underperformed. Though the men did come home with a bronze medal. Hockey, I didn't expect our Canadian men's team to get through. And everything else was pretty much. It's good to see our speed skaters win some medals. Isabel Weidman in particular. Charles Hamlin got his gold medal in the relay. Would have been better if he got an individual, but what can you do? And there were some other people who did some pretty good stuff. As far as the medal table goes, most people seem to think that gold medals are the key standard. So we were 11th place in the gold medal standings. But when it comes to total medals, we were 4th. Just behind Germany. So you can either look at one or the other. I tend to look at points. 5 points for a gold medal, 3 for a silver, and 1 for a bronze. Which would have put us in 10th place overall. Norway, Germany, and Russia would have been 1, 2, 3 with the United States in 4th. Sweden, Austria, 5, 6. China would have been 7th. Netherlands, 8th. France, 9th. Canada, 10th. Switzerland, 11th. And then Japan and Italy coming up in 12th and 13th. So that's how I view Olympic medal tables, by a point system. Now, there are a lot of concerns and controversies right from the start, as well as environmental impact, but I mostly looked at the sporting concerns. Like, there was a lot of things that went wrong in this one. There was a lot of questionable calls, especially in speed skating. Like the men's 5,000 meter short track relay event. The Chinese fell down. No foul was given. No team was eliminated, was disqualified, but they were advanced through to the final. Why? Because a lot of calls went favorably to China. Or the one event in the 500 where one Chinese speed skater flipped a track marker at the Canadian skater, caused Charles to trip and crash when no call was made, but another Canadian was kicked out, was disqualified. Like, there were so many things, especially in short track speed skating. There was also judging things with men's snowboard, slopestyle, half pipe, figure skating, men's mass start. It's just amazing how many things went wrong. This will come down as the worst games in Olympic history, and I think most of you can agree. So any sports fans out there watch the Olympics, actually watch the Olympics, let me know in the comment section. And until next time, this has been Hockey Night in Belmont.